thing that many school districts are obviously integrating this into their curriculum, but not fast enough, and we think most of them aren't doing a good enough job. And the reality is, regardless of what your children are taught at school, they learn nothing better without the support, love, and guidance from those people taking care of them, whether you're their parents, their aunt, their uncle, whomever is surrounding them. You have the opportunity to get them on the right, point them in the right direction, and we think one of these subjects that is not discussed enough, close to enough, is the subject of the financial matters, money. What does it mean to them? How have you managed it, etc. So we're going to jump in a little 101, some basics. Number one is just what we're doing right now is talk about it. Talk about money with your kids, not just, this is a nickel, this is a dime, this is a quarter, oh, here's 20 more bucks. Stop asking me for more money. That's not what we're talking about. Talk to them about why you work at a young age. You know, I've talked to my kids about, why does daddy have to leave for 15 hours a week? I'm just kidding. For 40, 50, whatever amount. Why does daddy have to leave during the day? He has to go work to make money. What does money do? It buys clothes, it buys food, it puts the roof over our head. But at the younger the age, they can understand why you're working, and the desire is to be able to provide goods, provide for them. And the more you can get into as they start to get older, talk about what it is that you earn. Talk about taxes, talk about budgeting and saving, but have candid discussions with your children at a very young age about what it is that is making your world go round as it relates to feeding and clothing, etc. Okay.
So looking at this, you know, Mark, you're talking
Yep.
talking about money with kids. Think about this for yourselves, folks. Those of you listening right now, you're driving down the road in your car, you're sitting at home listening, your kids are in the room, they're in the car with you. How many times a week, a month, or whatever do your kids see you take out a little rectangular-shaped piece of plastic from your purse or wallet and swipe it through some little machine and load up the groceries from there, or whatever it is you may be purchasing? Yet they don't really know why you took out that piece of plastic and why running that through that machine equals that you get to take away whatever product you had standing at the register. Kids don't learn about this until they get their first credit card offer in the mail when they go off to college. I mean, this is what ends up happening. So what I want you to think about is you need to explain what this debit card or credit card you're holding in your hand represents, because this isn't something that existed decades ago when kids had to know how to count money, and they had a certain amount of money that they knew that their parents used cash to pay for, or they had maybe a credit account at the grocery store or whatever that they paid once a week or whatever. But you've got to explain that this represents the same thing as the paper money, and it comes out of my bank account when I swipe it. And if I swipe it too many times, more than there's money in there, there is a problem. But people just don't talk about that, and so kids get this magical idea as they get older that there's a way to buy things, and they don't really assign a value to what it is taking to get it. So I want you all to contemplate if that happens in your home.
So some of the things that we need you to cover with your kids are going to be how banks and credit cards work, just like Craig mentioned, how to manage money, inflation, and why prices go up over time. This is a key concept for all of us to understand. Setting savings goals and investing. Also, discussing your family's specific financial situation. As much specificity as you can give them, the more the better. Having them understanding your financial situation is a good thing. While it might be uncomfortable at first, that's the only way they're going to learn. Also, include your mistakes. What did you learn as a youngster? What are those credit cards you got? What is it you did? Discuss your mistakes with them. The more candid your conversation, the more they're going to learn, and the more you're all going to be on the same page. And then the next is another one. Set a good financial example. Are you saving? Are you budgeting? Do you live by that budget? What resources do you use to ensure that you are? Mint.com, there are a number of them. Do you meet on a quarterly or more regular basis with a financial advisor? Do you look at your tax situation and discuss how you can potentially save more money by paying less in taxes, by being an educated consumer or an educated taxpayer? Next is, remember, school is always in session. You can't take a vacation from managing your finances, unfortunately. If you do, your finances may take a vacation and they may go without you. So you've got to remember that always it's a constant learning process. It takes discipline, and you've got to always be educating them. Make sure that you are covering with them not just the basic principles of how to be a good saver, a good steward of money, etc., but also you are consistently discussing with them how you can be more prudent, how you can save more money, how you can get to the goals that you want to have or that you set.